Let's go for a driving tour. Laguna Niguel, California. So beautiful, so nice. Let's get started. So let's start this tour in kind of the main shopping corridor of Laguna Niguel. So we're definitely on the most north part of Laguna Niguel.
The northern tip.
The northern tip. Laguna Niguel's kind of, not small, well, I guess it is kind of small, but it's a little bit like a rectangle, and then the north part, Sean and I kind of call it like the lake part, even though, I mean, this is literally just us talking to each other. And then, so the lake side of Laguna Niguel, and then you have the coastal side of Laguna Niguel. Not that anything in Laguna Niguel actually has property that's beachfront property, but it does have quite a bit of homes that you can get ocean views, and you definitely can smell the ocean. Like,
sea breeze.
Yeah, you're very close to the ocean, and you can tell too in the weather. We're obviously splitting hairs, but if you move out here to the best weather in the world, Southern California, bar none, coastal Southern California, bar none, has the best weather in the world. I will argue with anyone over this.
Fight to the death.
Fight to the death. Well, honestly, they come here and they're like, wait, you're right. But anyways,
so this is Plaza De La Paz. So this is a shopping center, a strip mall right here. This is where you have like Home Depot, Sprouts. Sprouts, for the people that don't know, it's kind of more of a natural grocery kind of store. We have like organic foods and that kind of stuff. We actually have several of these type of things. So Mother's Market's also big in the Orange County area, as well as Whole Foods, of course. So those are your big options as far as that stuff is concerned. And then, of course, you have Taco Bell, which right there.
People are actually
waiting in line.
Yeah.
That's kind of surprising.
Well, In-N-Out.
Oh,
Actually, that's a pretty good In-N-Out to go to because it's not that busy usually.
It can get pretty busy. And then
But not compared to,
California
like,
Pizza Kitchen.
It doesn't get that busy compared to some In-N-Outs where it's like insane. So before we continue, let's just introduce ourselves. My name is Courtney Dezad.
And I'm Sean Dezad.
And we are licensed real estate agents here in the state of California.
And if you're watching this channel, you might be thinking, wow, Sean, I love Orange County. I love the orange bubble. I love the incredible weather. I can't wait to move out here now. But the problem is that I'm not local. I may be out of state and maybe even out of the country. So I don't know what to do. And I totally get that. That's why you want to reach out to us so we can have that conversation, really find out specifically what you're looking for and really dial it in so we could be your boots on the ground. We could do virtual tours of the properties that may fit within your criteria or anything else that we could do to really make this experience as efficient as possible for you. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, remember that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country. And we did just want to introduce the newest member of our team. Her name is Lynn Caldwell, and she does speak Mandarin. If anyone out there prefers to speak in that language, here's Lynn. She's just going to do a quick introduction.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Lynn Caldwell， 我是南加州地产经纪。如果你有需要买卖房子在城县 Orange County， 那现在请您拨打屏幕上面的电话号码，或者发短信给我们。
So since we're in this spot, I'm going to make a quick little detour here, and also where there is another shopping center just up the way, there's actually a Costco, a Kohl's, there's a Walmart, there's like Hobby Lobby, I believe, and Marshall's and that kind of stuff. So we have like kind of multiple aspects to shopping right in this little pocket here. And this little pocket where we're at is kind of like basically La Paz. It's kind of sandwiched between Alicia Parkway and La Paz, and then more like, Avila's on this other side here.
Yeah, and then what I was saying before in terms of the weather, so if you're in this part of Laguna Niguel, it's definitely hotter in the summer, like you will have your air conditioning cranking in the summer. But then as you get closer to the coast, it is a noticeable difference in terms of the temperature. And, if you're coming out here to have ideal weather and your budget allows you to go closer to the coast, I mean, that's something to consider.
Yeah, because Laguna Niguel's, certainly above the median price point of Orange County. So it's not quite Irvine level, but it's not that far off either. So
no, it's not.
And and again, the reason being is that a lot of people like Laguna Niguel over Irvine. It just kind of, for a lot of them, it just has a better feel. So what you have here is you got like homes with views, which a lot of Irvine does not. And you just have the natural landscape. People just tend to like it a lot. And then also, because of the topography, it's pretty hilly. You don't feel like you're so sandwiched in, so you're not packed like sardines. like you can have that feeling in Irvine.
Yeah, like Irvine is famous for your house is in the middle, and then around you it's like the Brady Bunch. You know, there's a ton of houses around you. You don't really have much of a yard. Not to say that there aren't definitely like tract homes here that have a small yard, but you do just get more of a sense of openness, a sense of space because of the topography. It is much, much hillier here. There's a lot of really beautiful trees here. I always like to describe it like this, like my aunt and my mother. My aunt absolutely hates Southern California.
Yeah, she lives in Northern California.
She lives in Northern California because my mom was born in Northern California, and she, you know, moved down here because of my dad, and he would never leave. That's another story. But, so my aunt...
You need some wine. Where
I
like,
know,
just drinking away.
yes. I do need some wine. Yes.
We don't recommend doing that at home because, you know, that is illegal.
No. But...
This is coffee. Don't worry.
Yes, coffee. But anyways, so my aunt, she really doesn't like Southern California because one thing about Northern California, for all its faults, is that it is so beautiful, so green. Like, it is just one of the most beautiful places in the world, in my opinion. And in Southern California, because it's definitely much more dry, we don't have the same sort of landscape. But my aunt says, so, you know, she came and visited us in Orange County, and my mom was driving her around Laguna Niguel because my mom really, really loved Laguna Niguel. And so my aunt just kept being like, oh my God, like Laguna Niguel is so pretty. Like she's like, I need to buy property here. If I ever had to live in Southern California, which I never want to, I would choose Laguna Niguel. So that's just kind of how I like to describe Laguna Niguel. It's just so pretty.
Yeah, and also, if you don't mind me interrupting, I do want to bring up the fact that, just so you can see, we're on Aliso Parkway. So this road is 6 lanes across, right? So this is your typical artery road in South Orange County. So it's not just in in Laguna Niguel itself, but these are pretty big thoroughfares that get you to and from where you can see, like, the roads aren't, you know, they're well maintained, and they'll dump you, like, you know, some of these roads, like, they'll be like 8-10 lanes across at times. It almost feels like a freeway.
Yeah.
But they're just, you know, again, they're just a typical just street, especially, again, these major artery type roads, and which are several here.
Yeah, that's one nice thing about South County is because it is newer. So we're in South County, if you don't know what that means. So basically Irvine and South, all the big master plan communities.
Even though Irvine's probably more considered central, but everyone has taken Irvine's lead when it comes to how they kind of been developed.
Trust me, I my first job ever was at the OC Weekly, and Irvine for them was the epitome of South County. It's like,
this is true.
It's the master plan communities, the park on every corner, the highly rated school districts according to all the websites. So yeah, and
then there's another little shopping pocket here, just so you know. Yeah. So Whole Foods is right over here. So we're on Aliso Creek Road, right along here, and so obviously we're gonna give you just like some snippets of everything that's here, because obviously we don't want to give you a 10-hour long tour.
Yeah.
But to our right is Whole Foods here. You have obviously banks, you have 24-hour fitness, just kind of your typical stuff. There's See's Candy. Now, See's Candy is, American chocolate is hamstrung because we have some preservatives and stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
See's Candy is kind of unbelievable.
That is true. And then I was going to say, so we're heading onto La Paz, and then behind us we were on Aliso Parkway. So running directly alongside Aliso Parkway is Aliso Woods. So that is technically in Aliso Viejo, but it's a really nice feature of Laguna Niguel. I like to run, so we're heading up towards the Laguna Niguel Lake. I like to run in this lake, and then I can run just across the lake and directly into Aliso Woods, which is a massive open preserve. So
this is Laguna Niguel Regional Park to our right here, and that's where Laguna Niguel Lake is.
Yeah.
And to kind of imagine what Laguna Niguel Lake is, think of Lake Superior, and that is Laguna Niguel Lake.
No, it's about 1/1000th of that. But I really like Laguna Niguel.
Yeah, it's a reservoir, right?
Yeah.
And you can't, and some people do fish out of that thing. You're not swimming there though. You're not taking a boat or anything like that. It's not of that kind of size.
No, but it's a cute little park, a great place for picnics, that kind of stuff. So now we're going to so we don't want to totally bore you with too much stuff. So we're going to show you a few housing tracts in what we call like the lake side of Laguna Niguel, and then we're going to go to the coastal side and show you a few housing tracts. So now we're heading into Rancho Niguel, which is a big housing tract along the lakeside. So
yes, and so Rancho Niguel, again, like features of it in general. There are some condos and townhomes, but it's mostly single-family residences. The size can range pretty dramatically. So, I would say between 1,500 to 3,000 square feet, give or take.
Yeah.
And then homes here built, in the 1990s, basically. And what's kind of cool about it, again, the topography of these homes don't feel so stacked next to each other. And a lot of these things, actually, you only have homes on one side of the street.
Yeah.
Which I kind of find fascinating because, so on the whole right-hand side, nothing. So you don't feel like you have a ton of neighbors, right? And then and also as you go higher, you have some more views, and some of these homes even have views of the lake itself, which again is nice to have. So there's that. It's really no ocean view, but it's again, it's really not bad.
No, it's just more like a sense of openness. Like you can see ahead of us. So now it's becoming to the left of us. So this space that the builders can't build on, because if we were in Irvine, or obviously some of Irvine is hilly, but the majority of it is flat. If this were Irvine, they would
both sides of the street.
Yeah, both sides of the street would have homes. It just gives you a sense more of openness.
And these homes range from 2 and 3 car garages for the most part. And it's again a great area. Again, because we're on the northern part of Laguna Niguel, what's kind of a draw here is the fact that it's very close to the freeways, right?
Yeah.
So if you're commuting, you're kind of liking the whole idea of this area because it's pretty easy to get to the 5 freeway as well as the 73 freeway. And the 73 freeway is a toll. So it is a toll road, and so basically we as native Southern Californians don't love the idea of, toll roads, so there is that.
Yeah.
But it is nice to have because I have had things where I'm running a bit behind for whatever reason, and to have the 73 freeway as an option is kind of unbelievable because it is great to have to. It's almost like warp speed getting to you to central Orange County. It's certainly going to cost you though. It's not cheap.
Not cheap. No. Yeah, I would say that's one knock against the more southern part of Laguna Niguel is that it is kind of hard to get in and out of it. It's quite a bit driving. One time Sean had a listing down there and I had to drive back and forth a few times and I was just like, this is insane.
And also another feature, and you'll find this, so obviously Rancho de Galligan is not gated. There are some gated communities in Laguna Niguel, so let us know if that's something that's important for you, because even in this area there's some, San Joaquin Hills is gated. So there's some, gated communities, but the majority are not, right? And then also, this is also their main amenity, star is the club. And that's where you have lap swimming pool, junior Olympic probably size. It's not Olympic. No, it's probably
maybe 25 yards.
Yeah,
it's 25 yards.
Yeah, so it's a junior, right? It's whatever.
I don't know what that means. People say junior Olympic, they don't know what they're talking about. I say this as a former swimmer. I'm like, a junior Olympic, what does that mean?
It's Olympic for juniors.
There was the JOs, the Junior Olympics for us little age group when I was 10 and under, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. All I know is that's what I've seen it described as. But so you have a lap pool, nonetheless. You have a kiddie pool. You have just a general pool. It's got a clubhouse kind of thing. It's got a fitness area, weightlifting area. So you have that kind of stuff. So the club is to our right. We'll just do a quick little pop in and out. And then we'll head to another development. But this development is massive. It's a huge development. This Rancho Niguel development is very, very big.
It's huge.
Yeah, so people love the fact that you have tennis courts and playgrounds and stuff. It's a great place to host parties too.
Yeah, it is a great place to host parties. A lot of people host parties here. So now we're in what is known as the quote downtown of Laguna Niguel.
And let me tell you, think of if you're trying to visualize downtown Laguna Niguel, think of New York City, and Laguna Niguel, and that's what you got.
For sure.
Okay, and this sushi place.
So Jakazi Sushi, very good sushi place.
Sushi.
So if you ever decide to work with us, and then you decide that you want to look at Laguna Niguel, we'll give you a Laguna Niguel hot sheet, and that sushi place will be on it. So. Yeah,
and so this is Niguel Road and Crown Valley Parkway. It's kind of a general approximation. So this is where you have City Hall. This is where you have another restaurant. Speaking of, we have a really good one right here. This is China Moon coming up. So this is it's a little hole in the wall place. Really solid Chinese food, and they're Peking duck, very, very good.
Yes, it is very solid. So for, the Orange County food critics, China Moon has always been a favorite among the food critics as one of the better restaurants in all of Orange County. It is a favorite of ours, and we actually just were there with a bunch of friends. So, yeah.
Yeah, their dumplings are actually surprisingly good because, okay, if you watch the channel, we kind of raved about Din Tai Fung.
Yeah,
which is
in Costa
this,
Mesa.
like this Taiwanese like chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, even, and the one in Taiwan actually is Michelin star rated.
Yeah.
Very good place. I mean, very well done.
Yeah, Din Tai Fung. So
but like I would say that their dumplings, honestly are solid. I think that they measure up pretty well against Din Tai Fung stuff.
yeah, and then Ballpark Pizza is up here. This is a favorite spot. So if you do move out here and you bring a family, and let's say you like sports, there's a part. Lots of sports teams are partying it up in there. It's it's a favorite.
Oh, and their arcade will take many quarters away from you.
Yes, we have actually done a birthday party there, and I did spend a lot of money in quarters.
For like games that were like they're not the most impressive games. Let's just be real.
Yeah,
but again, it's fun.
Yeah. And I had wanted it to be like a smaller birthday party. I was like, okay, I'm going to invite, my daughter's like 3 best friends, and they just like ballooned into like this giant party. I'm like, why are all these people here?
Well, and I will say their pizzas are actually pretty good.
Yes.
Like, yeah, actually, I will say that the pizzas are solid.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, so City Hall's to our right. And again, you have your Walgreens, you have your Rite Aids, like you have
Domino's Pizza.
That's another
great for Friday night when you don't want to do anything. Yes.
Do you think that we would actually be doing? See, like, okay, when we were conceptualizing being parents,
yes,
we were going, our kids are going to only eat organic. They'll never touch any sugar or anything processed.
No pizza.
Nothing will hit their lips
No, I said no gluten. Remember that?
Yeah, that aren't made by angels, right? Like, and then all of a sudden we're like, okay, Domino's fine. Will that make them quiet for 5 minutes, please?
Yes.
So yes. So we try to keep it balanced, but we definitely, the creature comforts, the simplicity of some of the stuff is just hard to deny.
Yeah, so now we're kind of heading closer towards the southern part of Laguna Niguel, although this is more still like the center. But we're going to go into a really, really cute housing tract, Beacon Hill. Very, very beautiful, and some parts of it do actually have ocean views. So
yeah. So here you're noticing the temperature changing a bit. Yeah. It's very funny within a relatively small city. Mm-hmm. The temperature range can vary a good 5-7 degrees, which is kind of dramatic actually. For one city.
Yeah.
And like some of these, I've sold homes here that they actually didn't even have air conditioning in them. And not to say that I would recommend, probably not bad to have air conditioning, certainly, but it's not the absolute necessity that it is, even in the northern part of Laguna Niguel. Like, if your air conditioning not working in the northern part,
you're going to have issues. You're
going to be sweating. Yeah. Like, that fan is going to be cranking, and you're going to be sweating. And this is the thing, actually, we should bring up, is the fact that you do have this true. But actually, let's just go down to the tip here. I think we're gonna do a little detour.
Detour. Yeah, we're gonna show you just how close we are to Dana Point from here.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of these little communities right close to Dana Point. So Dana Point is a coastal city, and Monarch Beach is a part of Dana Point, right? And so this area here. So as we get closer, we're still on Crown Valley Parkway, and again, notice how wide the street is.
Yeah.
But what you have going on here is that you're stone's throw away from Pacific Coast Highway and from Salt Creek.
Yeah.
So you're really close to surf spot, beach, like all that stuff. But you're definitely at a bit of a discount because you're not the coastal city. And again, a lot of coastal cities have go well inland of this area. So like for instance, Huntington Beach is a coastal city. Yeah. But some parts of it are a good 6 miles from the coast.
Yeah, so, and what's interesting...
This is like a half mile.
Yeah, it's a half mile, and then you could, so when we were back up on that hill back there, you could actually, you can't see it in the camera, but I could actually see the ocean. But since the sky is so blue today, there's no way that the camera would pick it up. But yeah, so we're at the part where there are many homes, probably those homes over there, they can see the ocean.
Yeah, we can actually do what we could do is, so this light coming up is kind of like the edge of Laguna Niguel, right? Yeah. We'll just kind of show you how quick you are to Pacific Coast Highway, which is basically right on the coast, hence the name. And it's just kind of incredible, like, in how close you are. So this is the dividing line, right? And then as you go kind of up and over, like, you know, there's a Gelson's, which is kind of like...
so now we're in Dana Point, yeah.
So we're right in Dana Point, and then actually, as we go up and over, I think we'll be able to get some ocean views from there, I think. But yeah, it's kind of, again, a really cool little hack if you're looking for kind of getting beach living without paying beach prices.
Yeah.
This is kind of one of those spots. Again, not to say that these homes are all cheap.
Yeah.
That is not the case at all. It's just that for what you're getting, it's something of a discount.
Yeah, it's more like if you put that exact house in Dana Point, it would be more expensive in Dana Point, even though you're, like, you know, 500 yards away from Dana Point, because in Dana Point, it's a beach city, right? You're paying for that address.
So now you can actually see
the ocean. I don't know if you can on the phone, though. Maybe
I think
you can. Yeah.
I think so.
Oh man, look at how pretty that is. The Pacific Ocean. Yes.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Oh man.
So yeah, so this is how close you are to the beach on the southern tip of Laguna Niguel.
Yeah, oh man, it's so pretty. It kind of makes you forget all your problems.
Yeah, so there's views, and then there's these kind of crazy ocean views, and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, and Dana Point is such a beautiful city. I mean, we've done many videos about Dana Point. We love Dana Point.
And so literally this is Pacific Coast Highway. And then across the way is a housing development that's on, like, you know, on the ocean, right? So this is just kind of telling you how close you are. We just really want to illustrate that.
Yeah. So we're actually just going to do another little detour. This is San Marin. I know we keep saying we're going to go to Beacon Hill, but this is San Marin.
One day we will.
One day, apparently. So it's just another little housing tract, you know, in the southern part of Laguna Niguel. I know there's a sign up here that's like beach this way, so it definitely still has like the beachy vibes. Yeah, it's super, super cute. Bigger homes.
3-car garages are pretty common. Nice size footprint, so it feels like you're not stacked on top of each other. And on top of that, like, again, because it's hilly, these homes aren't stacked next to each other because they can't be.
Yeah, and to our left is an elementary school. So this is this apartment? Oh, no, these are condos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we'll show you into some of the homes, but yeah. So these are condos, but an opportunity just to talk about the schools if you are interested in coming out here with the family. So Laguna Niguel is part of the Capistrano Unified School District, the largest school district in Orange County, very highly rated school district according to niche.com. What's nice about Capistrano is there's definitely more ease of like transferring to other schools because there's quite a few charter schools. There's a school, Community Roots, very popular. It's like, I think they go by like the Reggio philosophy. I know there's another one that goes by Waldorf, that's a public school. Capistrano is famous for its language immersion programs. It has several Spanish and it has one Mandarin, and both of them are the oldest, I believe, in all of Orange County. So I know that those languages have popped up in other areas of Orange County, but Capistrano is kind of like the first to do it. So yeah, so now we'll just go in and show you what the houses look like. And you probably can't see, but you can see the ocean.
Yeah, so some of these homes do have ocean views here.
Yeah. And you can definitely, I mean, we're not outside right now, but if we stepped outside, you can smell the ocean. It's just so nice.
It's breathtaking.
It's easier to breathe. That salt air makes it easier to breathe. It's so nice.
Yeah, I mean, I love me some Laguna Niguel, that's for sure.
Yes. And then you probably, if you are thinking about Laguna Niguel, maybe you've Googled it, maybe you saw there was a big fire a while ago. It was a while ago. I know the years kind of bleed into one another. But so Laguna Niguel, so it does, a lot of the homes do run adjacent to Aliso Woods Canyon, which is a vast, like I was talking about it before, a vast swath of open space, the canyons. So I don't know, sometimes if there are fires, it tends to affect the canyon areas. Well, I would just say, like, as a native Southern Californian, I just look at it as like, well, every place has a natural disaster risk, and unless I'm right on a canyon, me personally, I don't care. Like, to me, it's not even a thought in my mind. Obviously, everyone is different. So if you are, like, reach out to us, comment down below, or email us or text us, and we can send you a link to the Orange County Fire Authority's fire map. And, it tells you the spots that have elevated fire risk. And then, of course, like, elevated fire risk does also mean that your insurance is higher.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, so here's some of the smaller ones here in Beacon Hill. Still super cute. I love it's almost like a beach cottage look.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cute.
Again, absolutely beautiful day, I must say.
Yes.
Even by Orange County standards, today is a very nice day.
Yes, even by Orange County standards, it is just so nice.
78 degrees with just a slight sea breeze. I mean, there's worse places in the world, I guess, for the weather.
Well, it just feels like when you're close to the coast, it tends to run about 78 degrees with the sea breeze. Yeah, that's one thing about the coast. People wonder, because our winters are very warm, you know, and people are like, oh God, that means that the summer is just going to be brutal. That's actually not the case at all. And especially if you're on the beach or you're very coastal like here, it's pretty much the same all times of year. Of course, you know, sometimes it rains, but it's really never that hot or that cold.
Yeah, I mean, that is the beauty.
Yeah.
And that's why people pay what they pay to live here. I mean, you know, if you can afford it, I highly recommend it.
Yes, it's like...
As Ferris Bueller would say.
Ferris Bueller. What's the exact quote?
Yeah.
Like, if you have the means, I highly recommend. He's like, so choice.
It is so choice. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up.
Yes, it's just so
Was
nice.
it like a Ferrari Daytona? I think it was something like that.
Yes. Although for the movie, it was a fake one.
I would hope so.
They couldn't get the insurance to use a real
Oh,
one.
that's too bad.
I know, they had to make a fake one.
And remember, we are licensed realtors here in the state of California. So as much as we love making these videos, what we love more is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you want to do is want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, remember that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us or use WhatsApp if you're outside the country.